Why doesn't it show up? Okay. Okay, there we go. If you're still in chat, can you tell me if this is still recording? And the new school is good, but the bus schedule, I have to stay an hour after school ends before the bus even gets to the school. So it's completely different from Brabham, and I don't get home until like 5:30 sometimes. It's just really annoying. And then, but the bus does stop at the end of my street, so it's all good. Alright, so I was looking at radar. Oh, dang. That sucks. So I was looking at radar, and there was this little pulse that came up from the Gulf, which is going to be producing some thunderstorms throughout this big area right here. And there's actually already some pretty strong thunderstorms right here. That's already producing some lightning, which is on I-73. Wait, no, it's not interstate, that is. It's close to I-10. And then there's a few storms that just now are starting to pop up near Lake Jackson, West Columbus, and Angelton. Texas City doesn't have much right now. But these storms are starting to pop up pretty randomly. Now, this little outburst that we're watching right here, that is not a correct color at all. There's this little outburst that we're watching right here, and there's actually two of them. So these two right here will be producing our storms for today. And they've already started producing them, and it's 1:50. And the boundaries, you can't really necessarily see them on radar. I mean, you can kind of see it right here, but it's not really visible. So I'm going to have to play this through really quick. Just so you know, this is updating live, so it's going to keep flashing, which is kind of annoying sometimes, but it helps. Okay, so you can kind of see it right here, moving this way. Now, this could last until it hits Conroe, and then it could fizzle out. We don't really know, but all I know is that it's an outflow boundary, and this storm this little outflow boundary, so if you don't know what that is, it's basically something that's produced from a storm, and it spreads out super quick, and it's basically kind of like a layer of moisture, and it spins up in the atmosphere, which is producing like wind and stuff. What the frick? Sorry. Which can kind of... So confused. Okay. Anyways, so this can create storms, and since there's two of them, and there's actually about to be three of them right here, they can all create storms, which is actually how tornadoes tornado supercell kind of storms can form sometimes. Now, this is not going to be a tornado situation. Did not think that. Now, we also have some storms up north, right here, and then we have some over here too. And these are kind of coming this way toward Conroe Woodlands, and there could also be another outflow boundary up north, which could actually make a pretty heavy, severe thunderstorm. Oh my god, severe thunderstorm. A bunch of thunderstorms for this area. Also, I need to translate this because I don't know how to. Do this. Frick. You know, we'll just. I'll figure that out later. Now, we are still going to be watching this for a couple hours now. And it's just been pumping out these storms all right here. And now, a few of these were already kind of formed before it even hit. So, like, there's certain spots. So, like, these ones are all being formed by that boundary. These ones are actually forming their own boundary, which is going to be creating more storms right there. And then this storm right here is actually a perfect example of an outflow boundary right here. And you can see it being pushed out from the storm and just kind of creating its own little mini storms in front of it, which actually can clear a path for this storm to actually get stronger sometimes, or in some cases. I don't know if this storm will be producing hail, but it did merge with another storm, so that's technically 2 storms right there. And we got a few storms over here. So, yeah. So it's pretty interesting. But we will be 100% on this. For sure. Give me just 1 second, you guys. Well, if anyone's on still. I don't really know. Doesn't tell me for some reason. I mean, oh frick, what did I just do? Oh, I screwed that up. Gosh dang it. This happens sometimes. There we go. Things showing up in Spanish. I don't understand this. This is really interesting. It's never done that before. This is new. Okay. Now, if y'all are talking about the hurricane season, it's interesting for Texas right now. I need to figure some stuff out, but I'll still be talking through the stream, so give me just 1 second, you guys. Peak hurricane season. Oh. I expect hurricanes to form in the month of September. Peak hurricane season. Oh my gosh. Puerto Rico. Wow. Alright. That's cool. If you're in Puerto Rico, that's actually really cool. I didn't know that I had a person from Puerto Rico on here. That's pretty cool. That's not Puerto Rico. But it's pretty cool. I didn't even know. Whoa, what the flip? What is this? Special weather statement. B-sized hail. And then special weather statement, B-sized hail. Okay, so we got 2 pretty good storms going on here in Puerto Rico. Holy moly. Yeah, that's definitely a hurricane, or Carson. Real question is which one? Because I don't know which Carson. Oh, wait, no, you're that. Carson, I haven't talked to him in a while. It's been a little bit. Hurricanes, Atlantic. Yeah, okay. Let's see. The Atlantic, we will be having some issues with hurricanes in a little bit. Also, did this loop load? Yes, it did. Active. Okay. Yeah, a lot did happen whenever we all got separated, to be honest. Thunderstorms in that. Not bear. Severe storm region. Storm region. It's written in communicate. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that's nice. It's nice to know that you'll be in high school with us. Finally. It's been so long since we've all gotten separated. It's freaking crazy. Oh, okay, I see it now. Alright. So now that we know that, so it definitely seems that they're being formed from a moisture track in Puerto Rico, which is the severe thunderstorm. This will probably be upgraded to a severe thunderstorm later on if it keeps its growing, which it might. I have to find. No. Okay. Okay. Gotta make sure I said that right. English. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that makes sense. So we will be watching Puerto Rico since we do have someone, I'm pretty sure they're from or there right now. We will be watching this area. Main reason is because there are some pretty severe storms here that are continuing to form. The frick is my phone? Okay. Just like south from I can't pronounce that. But south of that city or town, pretty sure it's definitely a city, but these storms will keep forming probably for a couple more hours until the moisture levels go down. So there's definitely going to be a lot of rain, for sure, and 100%. Reflectivity, velocity. Okay, so this one only does 2. It's kind of annoying. Traffic. Yeah, traffic is pretty bad where these storms are. It's going to be pretty slow. So yeah, that's definitely. Let me actually go to a different radar site really quick, and it'll show you total rainfall that you'll have already gotten from there. And this will actually show a little bit more. No, not that one. Okay. This one should show precipitation whenever accumulation. Okay. Okay, there we go. Alright, so total rainfall that's already dropped is already more than an inch, and in some spots it's up to 2 inches. So, gosh dang, 40-mile-per-hour winds. Yeah, that's true. Those winds are pretty strong up there. Actually, I should probably check velocity just to see what's going on. Yeah, those winds are definitely starting to get up there for sure. Tornado. See some tornado in area of Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico warning of a strong, intense thunderstorm. Many thunderstorm stories of 40-mile-per-hour winds are not ruled out in Puerto Rico. There may be some other stuff. Okay, so tornado-wise, I'm not seeing too much, but at the same time, these radars that I'm using right now aren't the best for even seeing stuff like that, like tornado-wise. But these storms are definitely more than capable of definitely doing some damage to crops, maybe rooftops, stuff like that. Which definitely sucks because that's not good. So we definitely have to watch out for this storm. The satellite is showing that, yeah, they are pretty strong storms for sure. Some of the storms in Texas are not even close to being strong yet, so we'll wait for those. But yeah, for sure though, I mean, these storms are definitely freaking strong for sure. Oh, yeah, the marine stuff. Yeah. Okay. So that makes sense. Thunderstorms, limited water, producing winds up to 30 knots, moving. Yep. Okay. Not that one. Maybe this one. Pouring, lightning strikes. Okay, yeah. For sure. So yeah, definitely for the coastal areas and stuff, and for the marine outlooks and stuff, yeah, I would definitely watch out for water spout or, weak tornado. For sure, mainly in this general area, which y'all cannot see that circle very well. This general area, yeah, probably will have a decent chance of a water spout. Possibly a small little spin up, close to San Juan. If I said that wrong, my bad. Definitely gonna have to watch out for this one. Let's go back to radar really quick. Reflectivity. Oh man. And it looks like these storms are just gonna keep on going, it seems. Now these storms are starting to shift, and I think I actually saw what you meant. Hold on, let me play this through a little bit. There was definitely something here for... Oh, wait. Hold on. Yeah, there was something there. Looked like it could have been some rotation for, like, broad rotation, maybe, in one spot. But yeah, this is just pumping out freaking crazy amounts of this crap. Oh, dang, a heat advisory. Oh, that sucks. Hate heat advisories. They suck. Especially in the United States. I don't know how it is in Puerto Rico. Sure, it's not good. Just give me a 1 second. Alright. Yeah, we'll definitely be watching these storms at the same time that we were watching these ones near Texas, or actually, well, not near, but in. Mainly for these smaller ones. But definitely for Puerto Rico, yeah, it's getting a little crazy out there right now, for sure. Oh, yeah, so the tropical waves for sure from Africa. Yeah, this map shows it just a little bit. And this chance for the 2 day actually went up a little bit. It was at 10, but now it's at 20. It did have a higher chance earlier. But we're also looking at this one, which is at a 100%. So this one could actually form today, later on. So yeah, we'll be definitely watching out for the tropical waves for sure. The United States severe weather is also expected north coast. States plus hail. Northern coast. Yeah, probably around here. Which they're gonna be getting some crazy weather, probably later today. Main reason the a little tropical storm that went by over there earlier, it actually gave them some crazy crap that they had to deal with. But I will be watching for all of the storms. I'll try my best for Puerto Rico. The radar is just not as good as I was wanting it to, but okay, so that's the same. So just gonna be watching out for those. But yeah, this tropical wave right here is definitely gonna affect parts of Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic and stuff like that. I thought there was a bridge right here for some reason. There's definitely not. But yeah, we'll be watching out for all this though. 2 special weather statements to these guys. Yeah, I definitely could see the possible for the tropical development for sure. Definitely for all these areas over here, and it's all spinning out over there. But the stuff changes all the time. Like I looked at the weather models earlier, and it showed that we were supposed to get hit in Texas. We were supposed to get hit by a tropical storm, and it completely changed a day later. Yeah, okay. So, the ones that have already left Africa with the warmer temperatures, for sure, we're probably just going to have to leave those ones. I will be checking back on this one tomorrow because this one will probably change. But this one definitely looks a lot bigger and better than what it did yesterday, because yesterday this thing looked like crap. There wasn't even like any good storm right here. It was mainly just like a little bit of, it looked like that. Just nothing much. But now it's definitely a big, strong storm. This one actually died a little bit. The one with the 100%, that one actually died a little bit, but this one is strengthening a lot. So we're definitely gonna have to be watching out for that one. This one could be another small tropical wave. Not gonna say it will be because I have zero clue. But this one right here, I'm definitely gonna have to be watching out for the 7-day, model and trends and stuff. Because I did check it earlier, but it didn't show much. But they could have just updated it, so I don't. Oh yeah, they are updating it now. But no, for sure, this is not the updated version. But for sure, I'll be watching out for that stuff. Just if I'm translating this wrong, my bad. I don't know if I'm saying this correctly. Okay, let me find my tropics. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is where the storm is right now. It's like somewhere over, I think like here somewhere. Let's just play. Oh wait, no, that's not now. Let's just play through a little bit. So it seems like it could. I don't know. It's just being really weird. Because, like, the models are showing that we could get a really bad tropical storm or, a small hurricane within, these areas right here. And then I'm also watching this one right here, which this one will probably form, maybe today, depending. So it's definitely a lot different with the 100%. But we'll 100% be watching for all of that. Rainfall model. Do I see then two tropical systems? Okay, okay. Ooh, man. Rainfall model. Ooh, I don't know. Sorry, it's kind of like flashy. It's kind of a little flashy, but it's loading. I think for the day 6, there may be something for Saturday. The 6th might be so clean. For the 6th, which is something to be paired with. The Saturday, open another. Oh, okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, I'll definitely be watching out for next week Saturday because, I check the models every day, and, yesterday they were showing, a storm could, hit us in the next, day or two, but it never actually happened, which was really annoying. But I'm just going to be watching out for that second round, like you said, that there could be. So, for sure. European model supporting the cyclone passing. Yeah, so I don't know. The European models are just weird sometimes because I'm checking it right now, and it does seem to have a smaller spin up for sure, which is right here, and then it kind of tracks. Then it kind of like fizzles out right here, but at the same time, the European model isn't necessarily 100% accurate or as accurate as the GFS models. Reason is because the European models are more for the severe weather for obviously United States and Europe. I mean, that's what they're called. But GFS is more for the tropical systems and stuff, but I have to wait until probably Tuesday, which is coming up in like 4 days or something, and I'll check it then, and it could change by that time to where it's showing, we're gonna get hit with, something in the next 5 days. Then I will 100% go live again for that, because, it changes every freaking day. Like, it's hard to keep up now. But, yeah, I'll for sure be checking on that, 100%. So, also, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Cyclone. Saturday, September 6th, tropical cyclone will form in the coming weeks. Cyclone will be windy in the European. Okay, so yeah, 100%. There is definitely some areas for that. For this tropical, depression and stuff. 3 tropical waves for September 6th. Looking at tropical waves coming after Africa. Okay, so for sure, yeah. So the tropical waves that are coming off Africa, those ones are just weird because sometimes they could actually bring really bad dust that could kill it, which is really annoying. But this is not going far enough. Okay, give me just a second. So I think I can see this little area right here. It's definitely bumped up a little bit, for sure. So we'll be watching this one, and then there's a few other things going on, but we will 100% be watching this one. But I think this tropical disturbance will probably have a higher chance than what they're saying right now, because sometimes I just don't trust this model. Sometimes it's just so annoying. Like, most of the time the models can be right. Oh, sorry. So sometimes the models can be right about these little tropical waves that are going on here. But, this one right here could actually turn into a very weak tropical storm, which is actually what the models have been showing now. Is that guy right there will be a very weak tropical storm after it, forms. So this is that other one. I guess that's that one. There's 93 maybe. This one. Okay, I don't even know. I'll have to check that in a little bit. Man. That's why I trouble Yeah, I mean, it's just hard to tell now. Like, so much and stuff are always changing for the other stuff. Frick. Like, the pressures for the one that's supposed to be near, but I think that chance will probably go from a 20 higher to like probably like a 50 within at least the next 2 days, because it is starting to drop its pressure, which this isn't showing that, but it probably will eventually, because it is hitting a low pressure boundary, and it's just really hard to tell because there is also a high pressure boundary that Puerto Rico's in the Dominican Republic, so it's just really hard to tell what this one could do. So it could follow this stream right here, and it could actually go through Mexico and, end up not making it very long. Or it could do one other thing and go, if it threads this keyhole right here, it could, turn into a hurricane or a tropical storm or a hurricane. It kind of just bends, but it's really confusing right now because if those winds stay like that, it might not make it. Oh, North Puerto Rico, what's 100% chance? I don't know the name. Yeah, so the one with the 100% chance right now, actually, I don't know if this one's gonna make it or not. The pressures are doing okay, but the pressures actually have been staying high, which is kind of a problem for this storm. And this one right here has been going up a little bit, but I think this one will still probably have a slightly higher chance than this one. Reason is because this one, it's already starting to weaken. This one is starting to strengthen a lot more. But now it's just really hard to tell, what is going to do from, this wind. But if this wind changes, which it seems like it might, it could start to push more north, which will probably help it, get more strong and stable. See, like, this looks good. Like, that looks like it could, be a strong storm eventually. But this one over here also kind of looks the same, so, it's just hard to tell. And it's pulling all this moisture right here from all these islands. It's just pushing it up. Okay. But yeah, I'll definitely be watching Invest 90, and then I'll be watching Invest 99 for sure, just to see what these two will do. And then, these little storms over here I'll be watching too in Texas, but I'm probably going to wait a couple days until I come back to this one. I just want to see if this one will mature again before that happens. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure that this one will probably go up to a 30 by tomorrow. I'm sure, because it is starting to strengthen faster than this one at the moment. But these winds are just kind of weird. So like, if this one could either go straight into South America, or it could go up and potentially hit Tampa, or Florida. It's just really weird for some areas, but I think this one will definitely get a higher chance by maybe even it might even go up to a 30% chance later today, depending, because let me show you what it looks like yesterday. Yeah, like, you see how puny it looks from yesterday? Like, it doesn't even look like it would do anything, and then apparently overnight it actually got really big and it's strengthened a lot. So So the system over here in the Pacific, it will more than likely form. Let me look at the Pacific names. I kind of forgot which hurricane was last on this one. What's this one? What was this one called? Harriet. Okay, so Harriet, Ivo, Livo. I don't really know. It's gonna be this name right here if it does form. And then for the Atlantic names, Eric. So let's see the Atlantic ones. Atlantic. The Atlantic ones, Barry, Dexter. Okay, Aaron. It'll be called Fernando. If this one forms, it'll be called Fernando, and then this one, if it forms, it will be called Gabriel. Yeah, Gabriel. I'm pretty sure. So we're just gonna have to see. Now the storm is definitely still strengthening for sure. Let me check. Is in the Pacific, Western Mexico, yeah. Okay, so for sure. Now the names of this one will probably be that. But we'll definitely be checking these two. For sure. This one is actually a pretty big hurricane before it got ripped apart. But it was a Cat 5 at one point, which actually hit Puerto Rico, so I was kind of watching that. This was a pretty crazy hurricane, I will say. I mean, it was pretty crazy.
Deacon Thomas.
Hello? Sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I have today. I might do another live stream later on for Puerto Rico, which is starting to get more storms, and then I'll probably be watching Texas again for the other storms as well. So, yeah. But for sure, though. Yeah, after I end this, hopefully you'll have a good day. If y'all have any questions after this live stream ends, please go through the chat after it ends, which will still be there, hopefully. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for asking questions. I've never had anybody do that before. And for the information. But I'm going to end the live stream here, guys. And I will talk to y'all